Hello Virgo, welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber. If you're new to the channel, thank you for coming. I hope you enjoy the reading. It is a general reading, so aspects may apply to you or it could apply to somebody else in your life at the moment. Okay, so your first house of interest is the 11th house. This is the house of friendships, but it's also the house of group activities of all kinds. So this can be work-related or it can be social-related. It can be online, whatever. It could even be a society or an association that you're a member of, or any kind of group activities. You could be with joining a group of companies, something like that. But it's all about networking. This is on a broader basis. Yeah, so it's got there's more implications with this house when it comes to your influence, and so that's why groups are involved. So it's group consciousness. Also global consciousness comes in with this card, and also things like social reform and causes. So any one of those areas may be important for you right now, but it is also about your own ideals. And also your hopes and visions for yourself going forward, and your personal hobbies and interests. So it covers all of those areas as well. So with the 11th house, any one of those areas could be coming up for you. 3 and 5 equals 8, so possibly between now and August you're going to notice something coming up for you in the 11th house. You have Ostara, fertility. It is the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. So this is going with this card for you. So it looks like either friendships are changing, or a significant friendship is changing, or it could be, as I said, a group that you're a member of, or it's a new project that you want to start and now you're joining a new group. But it's going to be quite significant, whatever this is, and the exit from the old situation into the new one will be a bit of an upheaval for you. So really your attitude is going to determine a lot of things. Embrace the change, although it might feel very unsettling initially, but what Ostara is saying to you is that this is a very necessary time, and it's a very good time to be doing this. And all things work in harmony. All the planets work in harmony. All the things that come in for us, and so it's the time is ripe for this change now, whatever it's going to be. And it's going to be a good opportunity for you to actually move in a different direction, or to plant new seeds, or to join new groups, or to start new friendships, or some kind of shift is going to move you out of your comfort zone and into something else, something that you've got used to. But it may not be totally unexpected. You may have been aware of it slightly, or you've seen elements of it, but you just didn't expect it to come as quick as it did, something like that. With the fertility and Ostara, this is usually indicative of spring. So depending on where you are in the world, that could be right now for you. Northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, it will be still coming up. So see how this plays out for you. But it's when the light gets really bright, and your attitudes and your energies shift, and everything becomes lighter, which is normally to do with the light, the amount of light that is being received in a day. So as you start moving into warmer weather, then this could very well be manifesting for you. The second house of influence is the 10th house. This is the house of career, fame, reputation, public status. It's also the house of authority figures, and also authority or institutions. So any one of those areas, or all of them, could be coming up. It just depends on where you are in life. So all of those aspects coming in. So what affects your career may be due to an authority figure, or what affects your public status could be to do with a change in your, perhaps your fame level, or your career, which then affects your public status. So in other words, you could be going from employed to a business owner, or you could be going from married to single, or some other, whichever way. But it's what people see you as, your station in life, and who you are in society, and as that is ruled by the 10th house. It can also rule authoritative institutions like the law, the military, things like that. And so aspects of that may be coming in for you as well. And the authority figure could be somebody in your family, like a father figure, or it can be a mentor or a guru of some kind, or somebody that you look up to. But it can also come across as being somebody who's going to shape your career or your persona, or how it is that you're moving forward in the world, the outer world. It's going to shape that for you in some way. At the bottom you have Grand Cross Provoker, very strong card coming in, and this is really a test of your will. So this is going to be, you're going to have a lot of priorities on your plate. So you're going to have a lot of things that you need to deal with on a daily basis. And it just seems like no sooner do you finish one than the next one comes in. But you'll have a whole array which you're going to have to deal with on a daily basis. So really your timekeeping, your ability to prioritize and manage your time, communication with others, and also maybe delegation, depending on what you're doing in your life. So all of these aspects come in, but it's a very good, it's a lot of 4 very hard angles bearing down on you. So you're going to have a lot of demands put on you at this time. There may be limitations, there may be restrictions, you may be feeling a certain level of frustration, and just feel like you're a bit in overwhelm. That can overtake you as well. Just many things changing every day that need to be sorted out. So you're going to have to be very careful with your time. You're going to have to set a list of priorities which may be changed regularly, because no sooner do you find that you've just set your list of priorities and then something else will come in, or there's a complication with one of the things that you had as a priority, and so on. These things can happen, but it's a very squashed kind of a time for you where everything's happening all at once. You will feel like you're juggling and not really getting very far. But what it is, it's actually a very good time, as I said, to hone in on what is top priority for you. So don't spread yourself too thin, having too many things, having too many balls in the air. What it will do is it will show you ways, or it will open ways for you to use all your talents and abilities and your skills. So you're going to be juggling. You're going to be juggling your talents and skills. You're going to be harnessing a lot of things that you are quite capable of doing. But it's the perhaps time pressure and the intensity of it will be a little bit overwhelming. But it is a wonderful stamina builder, this card. It really, that's its main function, is to build stamina, and to bring out your authentic self. It's also very much about time management. So that it's going to teach you a lot of things, this card. And once you've made it through this phase of managing all these many priorities that you have, once you're starting to make your way through them and actually complete them, then you start to gather momentum. And once you do that, then your assurance of success and the potential of success is very good. It's really good, because by that time you've got things really under control, and you will be able to move quite quickly towards your goals as well. But it's just that initial juggling phase that you go through where you kind of feel a bit overwhelmed. But the key to this card is just always remember that it's going to be about building stamina, about building inner strength. Really, that's what this card is about. And at the end of this period, you will be in a much better position. You're going to be really much stronger on the inside and be able to cope with a lot more. And you will look back and you'll wonder how you got through it all, but you did. So but managing your time and your priorities is going to be very important. And to come in with that is Ishtar, boundaries. So love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. So while it is that you're trying to achieve whatever it is that you're doing in the 10th house, or whatever it is you're dealing with in the 10th house, it could be a very like a taskmaster, somebody, a boss that comes in, or a mentor who's really going to put you through your paces. It could be that, or it could be some other like I said, the law or the military or the police or something. Perhaps that's a career for you, and you're really going to put you through your paces. But what Ishtar is saying to you, that you need to put boundaries in around you to ensure that you are able to tackle all these different things that you have to do in the most time appropriate way, and also to conserve your energy as well, because you're going to be spending a lot of energy on all the things that you have to do. So there may be some external circumstances or external people who would normally have had a lot more access to your time and your knowledge or whatever, and you're going to have to limit that or put boundaries in so that you don't exhaust yourself with all the things that are going on. And you, as I said, you need to hone in on your priorities right now, and some things just will not be a priority for you. So think about that and put those procedures in place. And work with what you've got, you know, so that you can get through this phase, you know, with yourself intact and your energy intact, because it will be quite a drain and there will be demands put on you as well. In some cases, it may be to do with your work, your career, perhaps with things changing in the world. You've now got more demands on you than ever. Perhaps there, you know, that you've been given extra caseloads and things like that, or work that you have to do. And you've not been, you know, you weren't in that position before. Now you've got a lot more on your plate than you had before. And it's working through that systematically. But you have to do it in such a way that you're working with authority in this case as well. Because later on you've got Saturn card coming in, and this is not a time to be challenging authority. It really isn't. You need to be working within the structures and limitations that are around you currently. And so, you know, assess your situation and go with what is absolutely necessary, and communicate properly with other people, and those in authority as well. Communicate with them so that you are getting the support that you require. But the other things that have taken up your time previously, or, you know, other issues that you've been dealing with, you perhaps need to just trim and put boundaries in so that you can get on with the core issues, the main issues that need to be dealt with. Then in the final house, we have 9th house. This is the house of wisdom, the house of intuition, and it's the house of higher education. So this is university level education. It's also adult education. It's the house of adventure, exploration, international travel, or long distance travel, or even just adventures within the mind. So this can be explorative thinking, and that comes in with philosophy, religion, belief systems, or higher education. You know, any one of those aspects may be highlighted for you in the 9th house. It's also the house of finding meaning in what you're doing. So whatever it is that you're doing, you need to have, that needs to be something that you're working on, your meaning and your purpose. It also covers the law and the higher courts. So that may be part of what you're studying, or perhaps you are busy with that as a part of your profession. So any one of those aspects could also be coming in. It's also the house of teaching and publishing and a promotional work of all kinds. So you may be immersed in that, or you may be trying to launch something or do something, publish something or teach something. All of that is governed by the 9th house. So see what areas that brings out for you. The astrological guidance is a Black Moon Lilith mystery. So it seems to me this is the strong feminine. This is the darker feminine aspect coming in. So this is can manifest in a variety of different ways, but it's it does cover the mystery element. So it seems to me that somewhere in this house you have elements which you're trying to work with, or something that you're trying to do, or undertake, or learn, or whatever it may be, but there are elements of this that are not all clear. So you don't have all the facts yet to proceed forward. So there could be missing elements, or there could just be undercurrents. There could be things that are unknown. You don't have all the facts, so it's difficult to make a clear decision and move forward. So you may be waiting for certain things. You may just have to surrender to that waiting until all the elements and all the pieces of the puzzle are on the board. So that could be an element. It can also be that you are sort of in a position of notoriety. Perhaps your fame level has been elevated in some way, or you are being noticed, or you have been elevated in some way. This could be in your career. Or it could manifest in any area But what it's saying is that in some way, shape or form in this 9th house, you have possibly reached a level where others around you are looking at your achievements, or perhaps you've received a promotion, or you're perhaps moving forward in some way, and others around you are looking at you and are not necessarily happy about the situation. So there could be a bit of resentment or a bit of bitterness. Some people could feel that they have been overlooked, or they haven't, that you've moved ahead in some way. There could be jealousy, there could be envy, there could even be anger, there could be a bit of vengeful thoughts going on. So these are like undercurrents swirling around you that could be manifesting, or it could be you feeling that in relation to something that you have been working on. Perhaps somebody else has received, some sort of spotlight shining on them, and you're not happy with that circumstance. So for a variety of different reasons. So if you are feeling those darker emotions, the best way to deal with it is to find a healthy outlet for that. Get your emotions under control, because something you say or do could really have quite a devastating effect, and it could undo a great deal of work that you have already put in place, or a lot of sort of things that you've been working on could fall apart just by that kind of interaction. So get your emotions under control, find a healthy outlet or wholesome outlet for that, and work through it. Or as I said, it could be others that are feeling that around you, towards you, so you could be on the receiving end of that. Again, get your emotions under control. Do not enter into any anything going on about that. Do not enter get into that whole situation, interacting with others. Rather take the high road, withdraw, retreat, whatever it is that you need to do to just get on with what you need to do. So you could be on the receiving end of that, but it could also be that just there are lots of elements in this house that are just not coming together at the moment, because you do not have all the pieces, you do not have all the facts. It could also be that you may have to stand your ground in something, really have to stand firm on something as well. And that is the determined feminine influence, when she's really in her power. She will not be moved, and that is the kind of energy that comes in as well. So any one of those elements could be coming in for you. Here we have a goddess guidance, Athena, inner wisdom. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. So what this is saying to you, that whatever you're picking up in this house, remember this is the house of intuition, okay? So whatever you are sensing or seeing, or whatever is coming into your awareness, what she's saying is that whatever is coming to you is right. It's correct. You actually are intuiting things as they are. You're seeing things correctly. And what she's saying is that you may seek external validation or external explanation for what it is that is going on, but always rather go into your inner wisdom to validate that, because with the 9th house, your intuition is going to be high anyway. But it's also about truth seeking. The 9th house is about truth. It's about meaning. It's about using your intuitive processes, the seeking of truth. It's also about faith and wisdom. So whatever is coming into your awareness, and she's saying, don't second guess yourself at this time. What you are feeling or what is coming into your intuition is correct, and that you are to move forward now with what it is you must do in this house. So what it is, your inner knowing, your inner guidance, your inner GPS is nudging you to do certain things or move in a certain direction, and she is saying that you're to follow that, okay? And do not doubt what it is that you're sensing at this time, to go with it, and move forward with whatever it is that's going on in the 9th house. The goddess guidance for the bottom of the deck is Butterfly Maiden, Transformation. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. So with this card, again, spring is coming in, or the time when the butterflies change and come out of their caterpillar stage and go into flight. Usually that's around springtime, but depending on where you are in the world, it's when the energies are lighter, and it's saying that something may manifest for you at that time. But what it's saying is that you're in a transition phase, and that do not be afraid to let go of old things, to let go of the old, because something better is coming in for you. So embrace the change, accept it, and move forward. Now, you've already had that with the lunar eclipse in your 11th house. So it looks to me like there are things going on, and that you may be just in a transitionary phase now, currently moving from one chapter of your life to another, or one way of living and being and the people around you, and you're changing, you're diverting into a different course now, and with that comes change. So she's saying that you're to embrace that change, let go of the old. Something is shifting for you, and it's a completely appropriate time for this to be happening, and your manifestations are likely to manifest in the spring, or at this time of the year when the butterflies are taking flight. So just accept the changes, whatever they may be, and use your inner guidance and your intuition to steer you forward. The bottom of the astrological deck is Saturn, Truth. Again, Truth is coming in, so here it is. It was with Athena, and the 9th house, your inner truth. Here it is again. So this is a card of assessment. It's also a card of course correction. So this is a time of self-analysis, looking around you to see what is working, what isn't working for you, and moving ahead with what is working for you. So there's kind of a certain amount of cutting out that is going to go on. Some things are just not going to be right for you where you are in your life currently. What you are aligning to is new, a new path, and certain things may be left behind at this time. It's also asking you to be careful at this time to build strong foundations with whatever it is that you're trying to do. You can't build on a wobbly foundation because it will crumble. Saturn will see to that. So you want to lay good, strong foundations for yourself going forward, and this is the time of assessment. You may have a few disappointments. You may see things that you thought were better than they were. So it really is an assessment, but it's also a thorough overhaul of things that are working for you and what is not working for you, and the changing of that, getting rid of what is not working for you. It is also it can be that you have quite a few restrictions on you at this time, and you're just feeling that right now. But it can also be a time of work, really putting your shoulder to the wheel to achieve something. Saturn can do that, but always remember, at the end of this period of these energies, you will have achieved certain things, and they will be based on solid foundation, as long as you follow what Saturn is teaching you, and your chance of success and achievement is very, very good. Under the rays of Saturn, it will seem hard while you're going through that phase, but at the end of it, you will have what you need. It can also be an indication of health. So this is to do with teeth. Teeth may be an issue. If you've got something you need to deal with, go and sort it out, because it's going to be important. Bones, ligaments, all the stretchy parts of the body, so make sure your calcium and magnesium levels 2 to 1 are very good, your vitamin D, and if you've got tooth problems that you need to address, get that addressed, because Saturn can bring that up. Anytime you're making any long-term decisions, or you're looking back at the past, but you need to make decisions, the teeth often play up, so there may be aspects of that you need to address now. Okay, Virgo, hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe. Take care, and I will see you next time.